Alright, it's December 28th. It's been pretty cold in the mornings. I think we had 31 yesterday. So your leafy things like chard and spinach are still surviving. Basil's dead. Spring garlic is, well, you plant it in the fall to get it by spring. The potato, the one's dying, and the short one is dead, so we'll see if it survives or not. Rainbow carrot, not very big. I forget what kind of carrot that was. The kale is starting to perk back up since there's no bugs chewing on it. I just picked some of these Chantenay carrots. I'll show you those in a second. Ginger, not doing so great. That's been there, I don't know, better part, I don't know, 6 months or so. I'm just letting it grow till it doesn't grow. The new green onions, they've been slow, but they're perking up. The old green onions were almost dead, but with the rain, they're coming back. Green beans are dead. There's a couple beans left on here. I was gonna see if they went to seed or not. But basically the plants are dead because of cold. A few beans on there. Like I said, see if they go to seed. These tomato plants are hanging on for dear life, but they really didn't do that great out here in the dirt. And the cauliflower is trying. Like I said, they got planted too late. Yeah. And this cucumber, the wind and everything else chewed it up. So, here's the Chantenay carrots. They're not super big carrots, but they're kind of short and fat. They will get bigger, but I just pulled some. So, and that was one of the rainbow carrots, but you can see there's not much carrot there. Got all the plastic done in the greenhouse. So I did the door, I did the back window, and it's pretty warm inside here right now. I was just in here a minute ago, so you can see all the condensation all over. It's pretty warm. I mean, it's like 50 degrees outside, and the thermometer down here is lying because it's right in the sun, but it is not 100, 120 degrees in here. So that's why I brought the infrared and see what it really is in here. That's been directly in the sun. Let's try the wood that's been in the sun. Then we'll get the floor. You can see the algae in here from everything that's been leaking. So it's 80 plus in here right now. That's the ground. I gotta figure it's been wet, it's been cold outside. Outside wall is 70. See if I can get right on that tomato. Yeah, it's 85, 90 in here, considering that it's 50 degrees outside. Like I said, as I sealed at the back, so that window at the top is it's not a screen anymore. Plants are doing okay. These are the transplants that I did 2 weeks ago. That one needs to get strung up. It's actually doing pretty well considering. This one's been flooding. Yeah, that's why it's been still feeding and flooding. Anyways, this one's been flooding, so I've been having to take the straws out and whatnot and keep refeeding it. But it's still going. I picked a couple tomatoes for salad yesterday. Look, this one's basically ready to go. I've been trying to trim this. The thing's just a monster. There's a lot of green. I just haven't been able to get in and trim because it's dark out at night. And I'm not really feeling like coming in here with a flashlight and doing it. So those are the these are the indigos because these are the bigger ones. So those are deep purple now. They'll get more reddish grape. And there's a few popping on there, but not a lot. This is nice and ripe, but it's rotten where it's split. So same over here. So that's kind of the case for these. Between getting split and the grasshoppers eating them. Although I can't find those suckers, I can tell that they're in here because you can see, like on that one, where they're nibbling. But There's another grape tomato. This was spawned off of the other one, so there's a bunch of grape tomatoes that are getting ripe. These are the hybrid Juliet, so they're pretty large. I mean, they're like a small Roma, more than what you think a grape tomato is. This is the chocolate sprinkle. I pulled some of those off a week or so ago, and there's some that are kind of still doing their thing. This is another grape hybrid. So, I mean, there's still a bunch of tomatoes on here. As long as the heat keeps up, it's gonna keep producing. We'll see how long we get. Like I said, this is last weekend in December, so, and we just started getting frost. Looks like a couple of these are the midnights. These are the smaller ones. A couple fell off. I mean, the plant itself's okay, but like I said, we're just lucky that it's hanging on. This is the big beef. That's actually doing pretty good, as long as, well, I'll just cut the top off, but give it another week, hopefully it'll ripen. And there's a bunch of smaller ones, right? So they're not growing as big because the plants just aren't doing that well. And then this crazy plant, this is the big beef, and it goes all the way over there. And then down here is the 3 early dolls, not the early girls, early dolls. And it looks like we've got some, you know, flowers trying to do their thing. I haven't been in here to help pollinate. But yeah, so yeah, there's some small tomatoes on here. So we'll get maybe a tomato or two off of these early dolls. Looks like I need to come in and try to do some pollinating and some trimming. This one is just kind of runty. I want to say this is another indigo, but it might be at midnight. But that was, I just threw what was left in the ones that I was sprouting and seeing if they survived or not. This was pretty yellow. Looks like some of those are going to stay yellow. Just seeing to see what grows from the transplant this late in the year. Peppers are pretty much dead. I was spraying them. You can see all the damn bugs have even gotten into this bucket, so I need to clean the bucket. They're just these nasty aphids everywhere. Most of the peppers are dying off that are on the bottom here. There's a couple big ones. Yep. You can see this sucker's overflowing. This is what happens. So this one, let me feed this one here. So this plant, because this has been in here since day one, the root system is so thick in the bucket that the water does not drain fast enough. So looks like I do have another feeder tube in there. So I did have 2 because of the size of it, but looks like 2 is too much because there's just so much plant. It's just been drinking. Oh, didn't see that. I just stepped on that. This is floating a little bit. I drained most of it the other day, and then the crappy pump I had was cracking. I had to tape it, so it kind of half works. But anyways, yeah, back to the peppers. So there's something eating the peppers, and then there's, you know, these crappy aphids, and then some of the peppers are surviving. I've been picking the bigger peppers and using them, and I've also been saving the seeds. So I got plenty of seeds to restart these peppers. Other than that, that looks like it for 2019. Not a bad experiment considering new greenhouse and whatnot. So that's it.